Hello my dear children, welcome to my channel Sudhir Sir Chemistry. But in this organic part where we have seen the type, we are discussing about the attacking reagents where we completed. See beta, this is the part already we discussed in our previous video are called as a attacking reagent. And do you know beta, in this attacking reagent the first part we have seen that will be called as a electrophile. But it will be called as a electrophile, electron loving species. And second one that we have to discuss here, and that will be called as a nucleophile. But in this video I am going to discuss with you what are the nucleophile and what are the types of the nucleophile. But a nucleophile means it is a species or it is an electron rich species have a tendency to donate a lone pair and they act as a Lewis base. Now this is the part I am going to discuss with you. So what is a nucleophile? But a nucleophile means it is a nucleus loving. Nucleus means positively charged. So it is a species going to attack on the positive charge called as a nucleus loving. Means it will attack on the positive side of the substrate. This nucleophile, it will attack on positive side of substrate. But in my previous video I told you reactant which is a low reactive reactant are called as a substrate and a reactant which is a high reactive are called as a attacking reagent. Attacking reagent can attack on which part of the substrate? The attacking reagent can attack on the positive part of the substrate. So it is a nucleus loving, attack on the positive side of the substrate, right? But it may be negatively charged, it has a lone pair of electron and they have a tendency to donate a lone pair. So these nucleophile types I will tell you beta. Nucleophiles, these are the negatively charged nucleophiles. Negatively charged nucleophile means excess of electrons are there but having a negative charge over it. Let us say beta H negative hydride ion, we can say na hydride ion, we can say OH minus ion. But alco oxide ion, you know RO and O will bear a negative charge. So negatively charged nucleophile. Even beta cyanide, Cn negative, it is a halide, X negative because halogen, it is having a 3 lone pair of electrons and one negative charge present over it. So alco oxide RO cyanide Cn minus X negative beta halide, that is a negatively charged species because they have a tendency to donate a lone pair of electron. In Grignard reagent beta, this is a point of halogen means you know what it may be beta? It may be fluoride, it may be chloride, it may be bromide, it may be iodide. This is about halide. Beta R negative is also the nucleophile because R negative from where we are getting, I want to show you. This is called as a Grignard reagent, RMGX. Beta in between carbon and magnesium, magnesium will get a partial positive charge, this R will get a partial negative charge. So these R negative act as a nucleophile. R negative beta here. Till now in the previous video I told you R plus is electrophile. Where we are getting that one, we are getting in the Friedel-Crafts alkylation beta, R plus as a electrophile. But in Grignard reagent, the R which is having a negative charge, it will be called as a nucleophile because it is bonded with a metal. Metal always being a positive charge beta. And the atom which is bonded to that metal, that is a R, so it will get the negative charge act as a nucleophile. Beta we can say RCOO negative also nucleophile, RC double bond O negative also nucleophile. Beta in ammonia mein NH2 negative, it also act as a nucleophile. See so many are there, right? SH negative, HSO4 negative, SH negative, HSO4 negative, they are all negatively charged species having excess of electron, tendency to donate a lone pair act as a Lewis acid. Even beta RS negative NO3 minus, or we can say RS negative, right? They all act as a what we can say, this one act as a nucleophile because these are the species having negative charge. As they have the negative charge, they are having excess of electron. They all have a tendency to donate a lone pair and hence they act as a nucleophile. So negatively charged nucleophile is the first part of our. Second beta, we can say Species which has a tendency to donate a lone pair are called as a Lewis base. Tendency to donate a lone pair called as a Lewis base means, let me explain you. Second point we will discuss here. All Lewis bases which contain lone pair. All Lewis bases which contains lone pair. But all Lewis bases which contain lone pair are the nucleophile. Example we can say beta water molecule, alcohol, ether, ammonia, 1 degree amine. Water molecule H2O, oxygen having 2 lone pair. Beta ammonia, nitrogen having 1 lone pair. Sir, alcohol, ROH, still oxygen having 1 lone pair. Beta 1 degree amine, RNH2, still nitrogen having a lone pair. Lewis base na beta. Tendency to donate a lone pair are called as a what? Lewis base. So RNH2 negative is a 1 degree amine, act as a Lewis base. Not only this beta, we can say R3N also act as a, we can say Lewis base. That is a R3N tertiary amine act as a Lewis base. Beta RSH, sulfur having lone pair, they have a tendency to donate a lone pair, act as a what? Lewis base. Act as a Lewis base. Tertiary amine and all. Even we can say beta RSR, thioether, it is a RSR, sulfur having lone pair, act as a Lewis base. Means wherever the lone pair are there, tendency to donate a lone pair, act as a Lewis base. And which has a tendency to donate a lone pair, obviously they act as a what? Nucleophile. H2S also act as a nucleophile. Right? So these all are the Lewis acid beta, or we can say these are the Lewis bases, they have the lone pair and they all will act as a nucleophile. But a third one, very interesting. Let us say Grignard reagent. Do you know how to write Grignard reagent? Sir, RMGX is called as a Grignard reagent. And beta in this Grignard reagent mein Mg will get a partial positive, R will get a partial negative. Beta any species which get the negative charge will act as a nucleophile. Even beta I will write here, in Corey-House synthesis we are using this reagent RLi. This is a metal will get partial positive, and this is a R, it will get partial negative. Species having negative charge act as a nucleophile. But you know lithium aluminum hydride LiAlH4, in that one H negative as a nucleophile. See beta H negative we got. This lithium aluminum hydride is going to provide H negative. Species having a negatively charged will act as a beta nucleophile. So please note down these all examples. Beta we can use CH3CN, lithium aluminum hydride. We can use beta NaBH4. Sodium borohydride can provide H negative. Lithium aluminum hydride can provide H negative. Beta we can use one more reagent and called as a R2Zn. Beta in this R2Zn mein I will get R as a negatively charged. NaBH4 mein H as a negatively charged. LiAlH4 beta H negative as a negatively charged. Act as a nucleophile. Corey-House synthesis beta R2CuLi, where I am getting R as a negatively charged, that will act as a nucleophile. So these all are the examples which when I wrote on the board beta, you can see clearly. These all examples. What is that? Lithium aluminum hydride, sodium borohydride, R2Zn, R2CuLi, where I am getting this all the negatively charged species will act as a nucleophile. So one is a negatively charged nucleophile. Second one, all Lewis bases which contain lone pair as a nucleophile. And third one, these are the reagent beta, Grignard reagent, alkyl lithium, lithium aluminum hydride, sodium borohydride, dialkyl zinc, dialkyl copper lithium. That is, this is the reagent we are using in the Corey-House synthesis. They all have a tendency to provide R negative, which act as a nucleophile, right? But here one more statement they can ask you, what is meant by ambident nucleophile? But ambident nucleophile means, I'll write here. Ambident nucleophile means nucleophile having a two side has a tendency to donate a lone pair. Means, but from one side, let me explain you what is the ambident nucleophile. What is meant by ambident nucleophile? But it is a nucleophile which is having a two side, and from both the side it has a tendency to donate a lone pair, which have two side of electron rich center, which have two side SIT beta, two side of electron rich center. Right, beta? It has two side of electron rich center, or in which it has a tendency to donate a lone pair from both the sides. I'll show you one example. It's a very good example, beta. NO2 negative, N double bond O, dative bond O, O negative. Beta, here it is making a bond with the nitrogen. Means donating electron lone pair from the nitrogen. Beta, this can be written as a O and double bond O, and this oxygen has a tendency to donate a lone pair. Beta, this oxygen is making a bond. Means in NO2 negative, beta, in NO2 negative mein, what we can say, it can donate the lone pair from nitrogen, as well as it can donate the lone pair from the oxygen. So this NO2 negative will act as a what? Ambident nucleophile. Is it clear? One more is that ambident nucleophile. We can take with the example of cyanide. One more example we can take. So in cyanide, it can make a bond with the nitrogen called as a cyanide, and it can make the bond with a nitrogen called as the isocyanide. So beta, nitro is a ambident nucleophile because it has a tendency to donate the lone pair from nitrogen, as well as it has a tendency to donate a lone pair from oxygen. Means it is having a two donor site. Nitro is a two donor site, ambident nucleophile. Cyanide is also having two donor site, carbon and nitrogen. If it is making a bond with a carbon called as a cyanide, and if it is making a bond with a nitrogen called as a what? Isocyanide. But one is called as a cyanide, other one will called as a isocyanide. Here it is called as a nitro, here it is called as a nitrito O beta, because it is making a bond with a oxygen. These are called as a ambident nucleophile. But one more word or interesting point we can say, or one more word will be there, and that will be called as a amphiphile beta. Amphiphile. I'll show you what is meant by AMPHI. See beta, AMPHIPHILE means molecule containing beta multiple bond between the carbon and highly electronegative atom. Molecule containing a, I'll write here beta, molecule containing multiple bond B by W between carbon and a highly electronegative atom like fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. Such a species are called as a amphiphile, because in that one it acts as a electrophile as well as nucleophile beta. Highly multiple bond between carbon and highly electronegative atom, and it act as both electrophile and nucleophile beta. It acts as both electrophile and nucleophile. For example, beta, amphiphile का example I will give. Best example, carbon double bond oxygen beta. See, it is having a multiple bond between carbon and highly electronegative oxygen. But this pi bond will shift toward the oxygen. Oxygen will get a partial negative, but this carbon will get a partial positive. Did you saw beta? It is a carbonyl group is having a positive and negative species, positive side and negative side. So it is a species having both beta, positive, negative. It acts as a what? Having electrophilic center and nucleophilic center. So it acts as a amphiphile. Amphiphile means species having both positive, negative. But ambident means it is a species having two different atom and both the atom are having a tendency to donate a lone pair. For example, in nitrogen is donating a lone pair, but in another case mein oxygen also has a tendency to donate a lone pair. That is ambident. But amphi mein in one species one part is a electrophilic part, other part is a nucleophilic part, hence that will be as a amphiphile. Right beta? Take a screenshot of this one. You see the differences between what is electrophile and nucleophile, how it can be different from each other. So in the previous video we have seen beta electrophile, and now we have seen the nucleophile. Even we have seen the type of the nucleophile, and even we have discussed beta what is the ambident nucleophile and what is the amphiphile. Amphiphile means this is one of the species having the positive and negative, and both are there, called as a amphiphile. Now what is the difference between the electrophile and nucleophile? See beta, differences between electrophile and the nucleophile. Sir, electron deficient and electron rich. First point we'll write here. Accept the electron pair. But it accepts the electron pair. Here, it donates the electron pair. One has a tendency to accept electron pair, other has a tendency to donate electron pair. But it is an electron deficient species. It is a electron deficient species. So what is this one you can say beta now? Sir, it will be the electron rich species, right? It is the electron rich species. Because of that, it has a tendency to donate a lone pair. Third point we can mention beta. It can attack the point of high electron density. It can attack the point of the low electron, because it can attack the point of high electron density. But a high electron density means obviously negatively charged is there, and on that negatively charged species mein electrophile will attack. But here it can attack on, sir, it can attack on the point of low electron density. Remember beta, low electron density means positively charged. On the positive part mein nucleophile is going to attack. High electron density means negatively charged. On the negative charge mein electrophile positive charge is going to attack over it. Sir, it acts as a Lewis acid, because tendency to accept the lone pair act as a Lewis acid. Sir, it acts as a Lewis base. Lewis base means tendency to accept the donate a lone pair, called as a Lewis base. Lone pair donor, Lewis base. Lone pair acceptor, Lewis acid. Right? But usually positively charged species are the electrophile. Usually positively charged species are electrophile, but usually negatively charged species are the negatively charged species are the nucleophile. Right beta? Achha. These are the some few differences which one we have wrote. So all these point beta in the in the previous video and this video which one I have discussed, that is only general reactions I have discussed with you. General reaction means how the reactions will occur, and for the formation of this reaction, how the cleavage will occur. Based on the cleavage beta we can say, yes beta, based on the cleavage we can say how the free radical formation will be there, how the electrophile and nucleophile will be there, right? But now all these things whatever we discuss, and this all the discussion which I did only to explain you the electronic effect in the organic chemistry. But it is the most important topic in the organic chemistry. Without that topic beta, we can't do any mechanism, we can't expect or we can't predict any product. Right? So this is a topic which one I am going to discuss in the class. That will be called as a beta electronic effect. That means in organic chemistry we are having beta how many? 4 electronic effects are there. That means 4 electronic effect which can affect the chemical reaction. So I will write here, there are 4 electronic effect, but there are 4 electronic effects which affect the chemical reactions. Which affect the chemical reactions. Means based on these 4 effects, we can predict the product, we can predict the stability of the product, even we can discuss the strength of the compound, acidic nature, basic nature. Everything can be predicted by this electronic effect. So there are 4 electronic effects are there beta. So these 4 electronic effects which can affect the chemical reaction. What are these 4 effects are there? The first one will be called as a inductive effect. Very, very important concept in the organic chemistry, denoted as a I. Second one is the mesomeric effect, but it is also called as a resonance effect. But actually mesomeric resonance part will be different, but at present in our book, every book they have written like that only, so I wrote the same way. And third one is beta hyperconjugation effect. Hyperconjugation effect, which is denoted as a H. And last, that is fourth one, it will be called as a electromeric effect. But electromeric effect is denoted as a capital E. But among all the 4, these electromeric effect is a temporary effect. This is the temporary effect. Even in IIT mains, in NEET, in all competitive exam, they can ask very simple question. Among the following, which is a temporary effect? So remember beta, our electromeric effect is a temporary effect denoted as a E. But now we are going to discuss, our first topic is that what is the inductive effect and where it will occur and what is the application of the inductive effect. That part I am going to discuss with you. Right? The first one I am going to discuss now. What is an inductive effect? But an inductive effect means, see here, inductive effect means delocalization of sigma electron. In this case, delocalization of sigma electrons towards more electronegative atom. Remember beta, it is a permanent effect. The first point I will discuss, sir, this effect is a permanent effect, and in this one only delocalization of sigma electron will take place, not the pi electron. I want to show an example for you. See beta, inductive delay. Let us consider I am having here somewhere called as a 4 carbons are there, and in this case also I am having beta 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. Let us say this carbon bonded with a beta, and let us say this carbon bonded with a B, carbon bonded with a carbon bonded with a B. So it was seen that electronegativity of carbon is greater than A. Means it is just example you consider here. Electronegativity of C is greater than A beta. And in this case, electronegativity of B is greater than C. Now you tell me, what is meant by electronegativity, sir? Tendency of an atom to attract the electron pair toward itself. That means, as the electronegativity of C is more than A beta, C will withdraw the electron from the A. It will pull the electron from the A. As this C is pulling the electron from the A, C will get partial negative charge and A will get partial positive charge. Because C is more electronegative than A, C will pull the electron from the A and C will get negative charge. But before pulling the electron, C is in octet condition. Before taking the electron from the A, C has its complete octet. But now by taking the electron from A, it has excess of octet. So it will give its electron back to the electrons back to the neighboring atom, like this one. Now it will get one more negative charge. But it is also having excess of electron, means because before developing the charge over it, they all are having their octet. But as this C will take the electron from A, C will get the more than octet. So to maintain its stability, to maintain its octet configuration, it will give its electron back to the neighboring atom. Neighboring atom will get partial negative charge. Again, to complete its octet beta, it will give its electron to the neighboring atom. It will give its electron to the neighboring atom, and it will also get the partial negative charge. Right? See beta, it is the atom or the group which will get the positive charge over it. This effect is called as a positive inductive effect. And this effect is a this inductive effect which one we wrote beta. This effect is a distance dependent. Means as we are going away from the group, the power of this inductive effect decreases. See beta, it is having one negative, means a bigger negative charge. Beta, 1 means 2 delta are there, means charge decreases. 3 delta, again charge decreases. And after this third carbon, that effect cannot be seen on the fourth carbon. Means again we can say beta, what is that sir? These effect can be seen up to 3 carbon atoms. After 3 carbon atom beta, that effect will be diminishes or disappear because it is a distance dependent. As this group is very near to the carbon, this effect will be more in this carbon and less in the second carbon, very less in the third carbon, and at the fourth carbon that effect becomes 0. This is the inductive. Now see beta, electronegativity of B is more than C. So B will pull the electron from the C. Beta, B will get the negative charge, C will get the positive charge. Now initially C is having its complete octet. Now by losing electron, C will get the less than octet. So to complete it octet, C will take the electron from the neighboring atom from this carbon, right? And this will get a one more delta charge. But to complete it octet, it will take the electron from neighboring atom. It will get one more delta charge. But after this third carbon beta, that effect cannot be seen on the fourth carbon. So remember, sir, inductive effect can be seen up to the carbon atom 1, 2, 3. After third carbon, that effect will disappear. But here this effect can be seen on the carbon atom 1, 2, 3. After third carbon, this effect will be disappear. But it is a group of the atom which will get negative charge. So this effect will be called as a negative inductive effect. So what is a inductive effect beta? Delocalization of sigma electrons. See beta, this electron which is shifting to here means this. What is this electron? These are the sigma bond electron, means sigma electron. But even this electron is going towards B. Which electron it is, sir? It is electron present in the sigma bond called as a sigma electron. So in inductive effect, what we have, sir, in inductive effect we are having only delocalization of sigma electron, and due to that, one of the group may get the positive charge, one of the group may get the negative charge. But a group or the atom which will get the positive charge, that will be called as a positive inductive effect. But a group or the atom which will get negative charge, that effect will be called as a negative inductive effect. And this positive and negative inductive effect depends on the atom attaches to the carbon. If more electronegative atom attaches to the carbon, it will become a negative inductive effect. And if the less electronegative atom attaches to the carbon, then it will show a positive inductive effect. Chalo, take a screenshot of this one. Right? One is the inductive effect, positive inductive effect, and negative inductive. But what is the use of this effect? Let me tell you. But a basic strength of the compound is directly proportional to plus I group. But a more the number of plus I, greater the basic strength. In this case, beta, acidic strength of the compound, acidic strength of any compound, beta, it depends on the negative inductive effect. Beta, more the minus I, more the acidic strength. So we should know what are the positive inductive effect and what are the negative inductive effect. But a negative inductive effect की order, which one I remembered, I will write this order of negative inductive effects here. Order of minus I beta. Order of minus I. We can say NF3 plus. Beta we can say NF3 plus NR3 plus more negative. Because nitrogen having a positive charge, and already what is that, it does not have a tendency to donate, it has a tendency to withdraw. It has a tendency to withdraw. Even beta we are having NH3 plus negative beta. Even we have NO2 nitro. Means among this all the nitrogen family beta, NF3 plus will have a more negative inductive effect. Check it here. NF3 plus will have a more negative inductive effect. Then NR3 plus, then NH3 plus, then NO2 beta. After this one we can say now sulfonic acid, cyanide, SO3H, then beta cyanide. Sulfonic acid will have more minus I than that of Cl, than that of carboxylic acid, then halide, carboxylic acid. Even beta X negative what is a halide, SO3H, Cn, or we can say COH. X is a halide, right beta, it will show minus I. We can say OH will have more minus I than OR. But which one, this halide is there, na? In halide also if you want to see, we can say fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodo. Fluorine will have a more minus I than the chloro, than the Br, than the I. Then OH, then OR. Alcohol beta, alkoxy, right? Then NH2. Actually it is approximately to the phenyl, but in some book it is written as a NH2 will have a more minus I than phenyl. But after this NH2 phenyl, we are having double bond, right? Sorry, triple bond, double bond and the single bond. But they won't see all these things. Directly we can say C triple bond CH. Actually C triple bond CH will come here. I will show beta. C triple bond CH. Beta then NH2 will come. Then phenyl will come, C6H5. Phenyl will come. After that then double bond will come beta, CH double bond CH2. Right? And at last it will come as a alkane, and then hydrogen will come. Actually hydrogen will be considered as a reference element beta. Hydrogen will be considered as a reference element. So it is a order of minus I. Check it beta. More the minus I, more the acidic strength, and less the minus I, less the acidic strength. Okay. But now in terms of plus I, order of plus I also we have to check it. Order of plus I. But in this order of plus I, you know, as the size of the alkyl group increases, plus I effect also increases. In this plus I, we can say tendency to donate alone beta. Plus I means it is a electron donating group, and minus I means beta it is a electron withdrawing group. Minus I is electron withdrawing and plus I is electron donating. But in this electron donating we can go with only alkyl group, the base alkyl group, which one we remember. What is that? Ki CH3 bonded with C, bonded with CH3 and CH3, right? And having positive charge beta. Means this is a alkyl group, or we can say it is a tertiary butyl group, will have a more plus I than that of a secondary, than that of a primary, than that of a methyl group. See beta, this tertiary butyl will have a more plus I than secondary, than primary, than primary. Even beta, if you want to check the order of plus I, as the size of the alkyl group increases, as the size of alkyl group increases, yeah, plus I also increases, plus I also increases. Means beta size of the alkyl group increases, plus I increases means I want to show you beta methyl group is here, then ethyl group, then isopropyl group, then tertiary butyl group. So same thing we can say beta, as the size of the alkyl group increases, as the size of the alkyl group increases, plus I effect also increases. This is order of plus I and this is order of minus I. Beta this order of minus I and plus I only will help us to decide the acidic strength and basic strength of these particular species. For example, application of plus I want to discuss with you beta. Application of plus I. 1 second. Plus I means inductive effect. Beta wherever the plus I is there, basic strength will increases. Wherever the minus I is there, our acidic strength will increases. Now acidic strength and basic strength can be decided by the inductive effect, and that is the positive inductive effect or the negative inductive effect. One example is there, application of inductive effect. See beta. Application of inductive effect. What is the application of inductive effect? One example, stability of carbocation and stability of carbanion ion. But this is a concept in organic chemistry. Please try to remember. Positively charged species was stable by electron donating group. But what is electron donating group? You know, till now we started with the inductive means plus I is the electron donating. In the same way, we are going to discuss plus M, mesomeric also electron donating, plus R donating, plus HC donating. So all the donating group can stabilize the positively charged species. In the same way, all the electron withdrawing group beta, all the electron withdrawing group can stabilizes the C negative. Means any negatively charged species was stabilized by electron withdrawing group, and any positively charged species was stabilized by donating group. So electron donating means plus I plus M, and electron withdrawing means beta minus I or minus M. M means mesomeric we are going to discuss. So in this application of inductive effect beta, the first one point which one I want to discuss with you, that is the stability of carbocation. Sir, what is meant by carbocation? Beta carbocation means species in which the carbon atom having positively charged. For example, what is a carbocation? Sir, C plus is the carbocation. Is it clear beta? So stability of carbocation, obviously sir, it is a C plus charge means it is stabilized by electron donating group, right? If the number of plus I increases, stability of carbocation increases. Can we say beta, this C plus is a carbocation and C minus is a beta carbanion ion. Carbanion means carbon negative charge. So first, what is the first point I will write here? If number of plus I group increases, however, number of plus I group increases, stability of carbocation also increases. Then stability of carbocation increases. Then stability of carbocation increases. But another one, if number of minus I group increases, if number of minus I group increases, as the minus I group will increases, what will happen beta? Stability of carbocation minus I beta, stability of carbocation, what happened? It decreases, because plus I group can increases the carbocation stability, but minus I withdrawing group if you keep, it will decrease the stability of carbocation. If the number of minus I group increases, then stability of carbocation decreases. Stability of carbocation. Do you know what is meant by carbocation, sir? Yes, species having the carbon atom having positive charge. Stability of carbocation decreases. Is it clear? So we can say, sir, stability of carbocation या बेटा स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ कार्बोकेटायन डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू प्लस आई ग्रुप बट इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू minus I group, and we should know the order of plus and minus I. Based on that one we can decide the stability of carbocation. Even we know beta stability of anything will be inversely proportional to energy. Greater the energy, less the stability, and even it is inversely proportional to charge. Greater the charge on the species, less the stability of that particular species. I want to give few examples for this one. Energy changes against the stability beta. What is that? Just examples I will show you. Now in this one example we will do. Sir, what is the stability order of the following carbocation? Example number 1 beta. Stability order of carbocation CH3 plus beta, then CH3 CH2 plus. It is a carbocation. This is also carbocation. Beta CH3, then CH, then CH3 and plus, and last compound beta CH3, CH3 and then CH3, and this is the plus. If I ask you this is a compound number 1, then compound number 2, compound number 3, compound number 4, among all these one which is a more stable, so what is that? Sir, we are talking about stability of carbocation. Stability of carbocation directly proportional to plus I group. More the number of plus I, more the stability of carbocation. Do you know beta CH3 will have plus I effect, CH3 will have plus I effect, CH3 will have plus I effect. Means in this case how many plus I we have? 3. In this case how many plus I we have? Only 2. In this case how many plus I we have? Only 1. So it will have 2 plus I, it will have 1 plus I, it has 0 plus I. So greater the number of plus I, greater the tendency to donate the lone pair on the carbocation and more the stable it is. So we can say beta tertiary butyl carbocation is more stable, right? Tertiary butyl carbocation is more stable than the secondary propyl carbocation, than the ethyl carbocation, than the methyl carbocation. Is it clear beta? So stability of this carbocation, it depends on the number of the plus I group present on it. Beta greater the number of the plus I, greater the stability of carbocation, right? So what is the reason we should write beta here? More the number of plus I, more the stability of carbocation. Is it clear? I will write here. What is the reason for this one, sir? Reason for this one we can say more the number of plus I. See beta, more the number of plus I group, more the number of plus I group, more is the stability. More is the stability of carbocation. See beta, in this tertiary butyl carbocation we have 3 plus I group. So more the number of plus I, more the stability of carbocation. And here only 2 plus I, less stable. Only 1 plus I, less stable. Only 0 plus I, beta, completely unstable. So this will be more stable carbocation. This will be less stable carbocation. Right? One more is the stability of carbanion ion also can be decided by this one beta. Stability of carbanion ion. I'll write the second one now. Number 2. Stability of carbanion ion. Do you know carbanion means C negative charge beta? I told you all the negatively charged species can be stabilized by electron withdrawing group. What is that? Ha beta, minus I or minus M is electron withdrawing group. So now if the number of plus I group increases, instead of that, if the number of minus I group increases, then stability of carbanion increases. Stability of carbanion C negative beta increases. If the number of plus I group increases, the stability of carbanion ion decreases. Stability of carbanion ion, that is C negative ion, decreases. So stability of carbanion is directly proportional to minus I but inversely proportional to plus I. See beta, this is the example we will see here now. For carbanion ke liye, I will give the example for the carbanion ke liye beta. Now among this one, which is a more stable? Just you can decide and tell me. CH3, then C, then CH3, then CH3 and negative charge. This is a compound number 1. But a CH3, then CH, CH3, this is a negative charge, compound number 2. But a CH3, then C, then H, negative charge, compound number 3. And last one, beta, CH3 negative, it is a compound number 4. Can you decide beta stability order of carbanion है? But among these 4, which is a more stable means what you have to see here. This CH3 will have a plus I effect, means electron donating group. It will also have plus I effect, means electron donating group. It will also have beta plus I effect, means electron donating group. But electron donating group will destabilizes the carbanion ion. Check it here. Stability of C negative is inversely proportional to plus I. More the plus I, less the stable, and less the plus I, more the stable. So we can say 1, then 2, then 3, and then 4. But it is the order of stability of carbanion ion, negatively charged. More the number of plus I, less the stable. Only 2 plus I are there beta here. So 2 plus I means compared to 1, 2 is more stable. So here only 1 plus I is there. Compared to 2, 3 is more stable. Here no plus I. Fourth one become more stable. Right? One more example I will do beta. One more. So among all, this is a core concept of the organic part. Positively charged species was stabilized by donating group. And what is a donating group beta? Plus I or plus M. Negatively charged species was stabilized by withdrawing group. Beta, what is a withdrawing group? Minus I or minus M. Now one example here. 1, 2, 3, 4 I will give the carbon, and in that all the 4 carbon, just I want to put our fluorine atom and all. Let us say 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But a fluorine present on first carbon, fluorine present on second carbon, fluorine present on third carbon. Right? And in this case, beta, it is a C negative, it is a C negative, and it is a C negative. I can put here CH2, CH, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH, CH3, CH2, 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 and CH2. See beta, compound number 1, compound number 2, compound number 3. Can you tell me among the 3 which is a more stable? But in this case we see it is a CH2 negative. This is a carbanion ion. And do you know beta, all the carbanion ion negatively charged species can be stabilized by electron withdrawing group, minus I, minus M. So fluorine is a minus I effect, very good. Fluorine is a minus I effect, very good. Fluorine is a minus I effect, very good. But did you saw beta, I told you our inductive effect, I effect is the distance dependent. It is the beta distance dependent, means when it is very near, power will be more, and when it is far away, power will be less. Fluorine is a minus I, it is very near to the C minus. It will withdraw electron more, it will stabilize it more. But a fluorine, it is away from C negative. See, fluorine it is on second carbon, fluorine it is on third carbon, fluorine it is on fourth carbon, far away. So it is very near to the first one, so I can say first will be more stable than second, second will be more stable than third, and hence it is the order of stability of carbanion ion with a minus I group. Is it clear beta? Because we know inductive is a distance dependent beta. As it is a distance dependent, what we can say that effect will be more to the near and that effect will be less from far away. So this is one more part we have seen, that is the stability of carbanion ion. But the third one we will see acidic and basic strength, that is the application of acidic and basic strength for the inductive. This is another application. Listen here, very interesting part, but I will explain you acidic and basic strength. of the compound. So application number 3 beta, acidic and basic strength. Acidic and basic strength. Listen here. In your organic chemistry, whenever they are asking us to decide the acidic strength or basic strength, one rule is there. I will explain you the rule beta. What is that? Greater the number of minus I, beta, greater the number of minus I affect, greater the acidic strength. Beta, greater the number of plus I, greater the basic strength. So basic strength is directly proportional to plus I and acidic strength directly proportional to minus I. This is the one rule is there. But in organic chemistry, please remember beta, whenever they will ask us to decide the acidic nature of any species in your organic chemistry, think about the definition of the Bronsted-Lowry acid. Did you remember beta what is the Bronsted-Lowry acid? Yes sir, proton donor is the acid. Means the species which has a more tendency to donate a proton is the strongest acid, and species which has a less tendency to donate a proton called as a weak acid. Same way beta, basic nature of any organic compound can be decided by the definition given by what is that? Lewis base. But what is the Lewis base? So Lewis base is nothing but a lone pair donor, which has more tendency to donate a lone pair act as a Lewis base stronger base, and which has a less tendency to donate a lone pair will act as a weak base. So lone pair donor is a base and proton donor is the acid. Only these two concepts will work out in everywhere in the organic chemistry. Chalo, I want to go with one example for you beta. What is that? As the number of minus I increases, acidic strength increases. As the number of plus I increases beta, basic strength will increases. Chalo, one example I want to show you. In that one they will ask you which is having a more acidic strength and which is having a lesser acidic strength. Chalo, example is given in this way. Example. But it is a CH3C double bond OOH is a acid. Is a acid. Here it is a Cl bonded with CH2 and again C double bond OOH is a acid. But if you want to compare the acidic strength of the first one and acidic strength of second one, so which is a more acidic in nature, I will tell you. COH is a common, it is having CH2, it is having CH3, and due to presence of minus I, this second compound is a more acidic in nature than the first one. Is it clear beta? CH3COOH, here also CH3COOH is there, but one of the CH3 means I will write like that. I will write like that. I will write in this way. It's okay now? CH3 can be written as HCH2 and ClCH2. But because of the presence of a chlorine which has the minus I effect, and you know sir, greater the number of minus I, greater the acidic strength, so these species will become a more acidic in nature than the previous one. Is it clear? It is the first part, right? Now, second example here. But I am having CH3, then CH2, then CH and F bonded with COOH. See beta, fluorine is present near to the COOH. In next example, fluorine comes here, it becomes CH3, then CH, then F, then CH2 and then COOH. Fluorine present on this third carbon, and now fluorine comes on this last carbon beta. It is a CH2 bonded with F, then we have CH2, then CH2 and then COOH. So first one, second one and third one. They are asking us to get the acidic nature of this species. See beta, fluorine is very near to the acidic acid group, means it has a more tendency to withdraw. Easily it can take out H plus ion and it can stabilize the CO negative ion. So fluorine, as it is very near to the COH, it will have the more acidic strength. Fluorine far away from this one, less. Fluorine far away from COH, so less. So what we can say, fluorine as it is having minus I, and do you know beta, all the inductive effect are the distance dependent, and as it go away from the carboxylic acid, what we can say, fluorine is going away from the carboxylic acid, tendency for these withdrawing group to stabilize the carboxylate ion will be less. If you want to see the carboxylate ion, we know how the carboxylate ion will be there. COOH can be converted into COO negative. Now if it is attached with the atom having fluorine, it will withdraw electron from here, it will withdraw from here, and it will stabilize the negative charge. But in this case, it is fluorine is far away from carboxylate group, and this is also far away, so acidic strength will be less. So what is the order of acidic strength beta? Compound 1 become more acidic than second one and then third one. So this is the order of the acidic strength. Chalo, come for the example of basic strength beta. In this one only I will explain you the strength of basic strength. Basic strength के लिए what I said you just see here. Greater the number of plus I, greater the basic strength, or in terms of the electron lone pair donor called as a Lewis base, called as a basic strength. But inductive effect में donor and all we can't see beta. We'll see only the plus I group and minus I group. Chalo, I want to show you among these alcohol which is a more basic in nature. See here. This is a tertiary butyl alcohol. Is it clear? But it is a isopropyl alcohol, CH3CH3OH, and this one is a ethyl alcohol, CH3CH2OH. Tertiary butyl alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, and ethyl alcohol. Beta, which is having a more basic strength. What to say, beta? It is bonded with a which group, sir? It is bonded with a plus I. Sir, greater the number of plus I, greater the basic strength. It is having how many, sir? Only 2 plus I is there, and it is having only 1 plus I. So what we can say, more the number of plus I, more the number of plus I, more the basic strength. So 1 will be more basic than 2 than 3, and hence it is the order of basic strength of the alcohol. Is it clear, beta? So tertiary butyl alcohol is more basic in nature than the secondary alcohol, than the primary alcohol. Is it clear? But here in organic chemistry, the very important part of the basic strength they will ask about the amine. So listen here, very important concept. Basic nature of amine. But amine में tertiary amine, do you know tertiary amine? This is a R bonded with N, then bonded with R and R. It is having lone pair. This is a tertiary amine. This is a beta R bonded with N, N bonded with H, N bonded with R, N is having lone pair. Secondary amine, and this is a R bonded with N, N bonded with H and H. This is a primary amine. This is called as a what beta? 3-degree amine, called as a tertiary amine. This is called as a 2-degree amine, called as a secondary amine. And this is called as a 1-degree amine, called as a what beta? Primary amine. See beta, R is the electron donating group, so it is donating its lone pair, its electron toward the nitrogen atom. Beta, it also donate. So tertiary amine में nitrogen is getting the electron from 3 alkyl group, and it will have very high electron density, and hence easily can donate its lone pair. Secondary beta, only 2 plus I groups are there where it can donate the electron. Primary में only 1 plus I. So among the tertiary amine, secondary amine and primary amine, can you tell me beta which is a more basic in nature? Beta, here if you want to see the tertiary amine, secondary amine and primary amine, and if you want to know their basic strength, beta, this basic strength, it is in the gaseous phase. When it is in the gaseous phase, tertiary amine is more basic in nature than secondary than primary. But if these are, see beta, in liquid phase, I mean to say, not to say liquid beta, we can say it is in the aqueous state or it is in aqueous medium. Beta, when it is in aqueous medium, and let us say if your R is a methyl group, beta, methyl group में secondary is more basic than primary than tertiary than ammonia. It is the order of basic strength. See, secondary amine is more basic, then primary amine, and last में tertiary, and then ammonia. But if your R is a ethyl group beta instead of methyl, if your R is a ethyl group, now also secondary is more basic than tertiary, than primary, than ammonia, and it is the order of basic strength. In every exam, either it is IIT mains or NEET or any competitive exam, this question compulsory they will ask you. What is that beta? If the gaseous phase is there, we can say tertiary is more basic than secondary than primary, because tertiary mein, did you saw here, we are having a 3 plus I group is there beta, and because of the presence of 3 plus I, it become more basic than the secondary, which will have only 2 plus I. Then the primary beta, it is having only 1 plus I group. So tertiary amine is more basic than secondary than that of primary, right beta? And if it is in the aqueous medium, these things, tertiary more basic than secondary than primary, than ammonia also we can write, than that of ammonia, and it is the order of basic strength, and it is the order of basic strength can occur only in the gaseous phase beta. But if your R is a alkyl group in aqueous medium, then 2 degrees more basic than 1 degree, than 3 degree amine, than ammonia. And if your R is a ethyl group, then you are still 2 degrees more basic than tertiary, than primary, than ammonia, than the basic strength order. So remember, when R is a methyl group beta, you should remember this is the only order, 2, 1, 3, and your R is a ethyl group, 2, 3, 1 is a basic strength. You have to remember, most important question in your organic chemistry they will ask. Chalo, last part beta, now ethylamine and aniline we will see which is more basic in nature. This is the last part of this one. Ethylamine and aniline. Do you know how to write beta ethylamine and how to write the aniline? Listen here. Another example beta. This is called as a ethylamine. Sir, how to write the ethylamine? It is written as a CH3 bonded with a CH2, then NH2. Very good. Lone pair is there. But another example is a aniline. Aniline. Sir, how to write aniline? See beta. This is a benzene ring having a alternate pi bond, and it has the NH2 group. Nitrogen is having a lone pair, and it is having a lone pair. But let me discuss with you one very simple concept over it. What is that? The lone pair which is in conjugation. I will show you one example here. See beta. I will show one example for you. Sir, it is a benzene ring. It is having a alternate pi bond, means it is having a conjugation. Pi, sigma, pi, sigma, pi. This is called conjugation. And here it is having a nitrogen having a lone pair. See beta, this lone pair also in conjugation with the pi bond. Pi, sigma, lone pair. Conjugation is there. But a lone pair which is under the conjugation are called as a delocalized lone pair. It is called as a what beta? It is called as a delocalized lone pair. But what is meant by delocalized lone pair? The lone pair which is in conjugation with the benzene ring, or lone pair which is in conjugation with a unpaired electron or with a charge, anything will be there. But when anything it is in conjugation, that will be called as a delocalization. Now in this concept, in our benzene ring we are having alternate pi bond beta, and in alternate pi bond our lone pair is in conjugation. So I can say the lone pair which is in conjugation called as a delocalized lone pair. But a delocalized lone pair are not freely available. But as this delocalized lone pair are not freely available, so what we can say, sir, they are the less basic in nature. But the same concept I will teach you. See better. This is a ring having a nitrogen atom, and over the nitrogen it has a lone pair. Can you see better? Lone pair is in conjugation with anything? No, sir. But a lone pair which is not in conjugation called as a localized lone pair. So what is meant by localized lone pair? Lone pair which is not in conjugation are called as a localized. What is a delocalized beta? Lone pair which is in the conjugation called as a delocalized. And delocalized lone pair are not freely available, hence they are the less basic in nature. And localized lone pair, they are freely available. but as they are freely available, they are more basic in nature. So this is the concept of the more basic and less basic. Right, now you can see ethylamine and aniline. Can you decide and let me know beta what is the answer of the which one is more basic? Ethylamine is more basic than aniline, or aniline is more basic than ethylamine? Just check it once. But in this case, ethylamine and aniline mein which is more basic in nature means I should say ethylamine is more basic in nature than that of aniline. Why? But in aniline, did you saw this lone pair? It is in conjugation with the pi bond. If the lone pair is in conjugation with the pi bond, this lone pair is called as a what? Delocalized lone pair. And delocalized lone pair never be available freely, hence less basic. But in this case, this lone pair it is not in conjugation. Even CH3, CH2 will have a plus I group beta. It gives its electron to the nitrogen, increases the electron density over the nitrogen, and hence it becomes a more basic in nature than that of aniline. But one more example I will tell you for the aniline concept only. Let us say chlorine is bonded with the NH2 group, right? And CH3 is bonded with the NH2 group. Sir, compound number 1 and compound number 2, can you decide among these two which is a more basic in nature? Yeah, beta. Which is a more basic in nature? Is it clear? I'll tell you what the answer is what. Sir, as because of the Cl it will have a minus I group. Because of CH3 it will have plus I group. Sir, just now we saw plus I group increases the basic strength, minus I group decreases the basic strength. So this one, second compound become more basic than first one, right? Chalo, I will give for some more examples. Please try to get the answer of all these things, which is a more basic and which is a less basic. CH3, then beta CH2, NH2. This is a compound number 1. You can say, so this is a compound A. Second compound beta B also I want to show you. It is a one of the cyclohexane is there, and it is bonded with the NH2. See beta, I am not writing the lone pair, but you should remember it is still having a lone pair. Every time we cannot draw, but if it is not given in the question also, you think that NH2 में nitrogen will have a lone pair. And third one, nitrogen bonded with the CH3. And option D also I'll write beta, one more. This is the option D. Can you decide among these A, B, C, D, which is a more basic in nature? But among these four options, A, B, C, D, which is more basic, which is less basic, how to decide? I will tell you. 1 second. But among this A, B, C, D, में, just I will tell you, it is a plus I group. It increases the basic strength of N. But it is bonded with only one alkyl group. So it is having a 1 plus I, it is also having a 1 plus I. 1 degree amine with alkyl group. But a 1 degree amine with a benzene, with a cyclohexane group. C में you can check beta nitrogen atom is having a lone pair, but it will have plus I from this side plus I, this side plus I, and this side plus I. Because see beta nitrogen is having, this is a plus I group. It is bonded with the CH2, it will also have plus I. It is bonded with the CH2, it will also have plus I. But it is having only 1 plus I, it is also having only 1 plus I, it is having 3 plus I, and it is having only 2 plus I. See? Only this is a 1 plus I, this is a 1 plus I. So among the three, which is the most basic in nature? So C is the most basic in nature. And among these four, which is the least basic in nature, beta? I'll say A is the least basic in nature. Why? Because This is a 1 degree amine, this is a 1 degree amine. Beta, it is having a plus I of 2 carbon. Sir, it is having a plus I of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon together, it gives the plus I. So among these, all the 4, most basic is C and least basic is beta A. Now the question is that in between B and D, which is a more basic? Obviously, sir, D will have a 2, 2 plus I and B will have only 1 plus I. So D will be more basic than B, and this is the order of basic strength of the following example. Is it clear? Chalo, among the following, which is the most basic? Decided beta. Among the following, which is the most basic? See beta, basic mein whenever amine is coming up, think over the lone pair. Either it is a localized or it is a delocalized, or it is a plus I or it is a more number of plus I. So let us say one more example I want to give for you. Beta, it is a CH3NH2. Let us say, sir, it is a compound number A. But another case mein I will increase the size of the alkyl group CH3CH2NH2. But it is a compound number B. And third case, it is only having a ammonia. Obviously, sir, nitrogen having a lone pair called as ammonia. So one alkyl, this alkyl group containing 1 carbon, alkyl group containing 2 carbon, one more ammonia, and last case mein beta I will write here. It is CH3 and then NH2, and this one as a compound number D. Nitrogen lone pair, nitrogen lone pair, nitrogen lone pair, even nitrogen also having lone pair. Now decide and tell me beta, which is a more basic in nature? Means question is that among the following, which is more basic in nature? It's a very simple beta. It is having a plus I of CH3, it is having a plus I of CH3C2H5, and we saw beta, as the size of the alkyl group increases, our inductive of it will increases, plus I of it will increases. So among this one, which is having a more number of plus I, so it is having a more number of plus I. So which is a more basic in nature? So D is a more basic in nature than that of, sir, B, than that of, sir, A. Least one is what beta? C, and hence it is the order of basic nature of this particular amine. Beta, one more question is that which of the following is the most acidic करके they are asking. Question: which of the following is most acidic? Is most acidic. But everywhere phenol is there. This I will tell you. The first compound, it is a phenol. Phenol means, you know, benzene ring bearing OH group called as a phenol. Second compound also phenol. Benzene ring bearing OH group called as a phenol. Third one phenol. Benzene ring bearing OH group is also called as a phenol. How many? 3 over. Fourth one also benzene ring bearing OH group is called as a phenol. They are asking me most acidic. So what they did, beta? They are putting the NO2 group here. This position called as a, you know, ortho. This position called as a meta. This position called as a para, and there is nothing is there. So beta, NO2 is a which effect do you know? NO2 called as a minus I. Beta, NO2 called as a minus I. NO2 called as a minus I. Here nothing is there. And you know beta, as the number of minus I increases, acidic strength increases. So among the following, the more number of minus I, more the acidic strength. But we can see, sir, here also one minus I, here also one minus I, and here also one minus I. Anyhow, it is a least acidic in nature because we don't have any minus I group over it. Very good. Now all the three are having one minus I, which is a most acidic. Right, beta? Most acidic. I'll tell you. This position is a ortho position. Beta, in ortho position, they have a tendency to form the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. See, beta, it is a oxygen bonded with the hydrogen. It is a nitrogen double bonded oxygen, day2 bond O. Hydrogen oxygen is making a bond. This bond called as a intramolecular hydrogen bonding. But due to these intramolecular hydrogen bonding, it does not have a tendency to give H plus ion. So among the four, this is out, D is out, ruled out. But A also ruled out because it does not lose H plus ion. Question is B and C. But which is having a more acidic in nature? I will tell you one more point, beta. These things you are going to learn in the directive influence. We are going to learn in the directive influence of the substituents. Means if any group which is at the meta position, beta, it will have NO2 will have minus I as well as it will have beta minus M also. But in meta position, mesomeric minus M of it does not work out. Only minus M work. This one minus M of it can be. It will work out only at the para position and at the ortho position. But did you saw beta, due to the intramolecular hydrogen bonding, it cannot lose H plus ion. So only left one is B and C, beta. Beta, in meta position only minus I is there, minus M never work out. But in para position minus I and minus M is there. Till now I didn't teach you minus M, but I will tell you beta, effect of minus M is very high than that of inductive. Means because of this minus M, it has a more tendency to withdraw, easily can lose the H plus ion. So which of the following is the most acidic, sir? Para compound is the most acidic. So what is the note we are going to write, beta? The note which one we are going to write? In meta position, beta, in meta position, minus M or minus HC or minus R effect does not work. Does not work, beta. Only which effect can work out, beta, in meta position? Only inductive effect can work out. And these things you are going to get clarified once we will complete the mesomeric effect. Because in the mesomeric effect, by drawing the resonating structures and all, there I can explain you beta why at the meta position the inductive, at the meta position mesomeric hyperconjugation resonance does not work out, only inductive will work out. That part we are going to learn once we will start the how to draw the resonating structure and what is the mesomeric effect. Right? Please take a screenshot beta up to here. But till now I have completed the complete part of the inductive effect with the application of inductive effect. In my next video I will discuss with you beta mesomeric effect, that is the types of the mesomeric effect like a plus M plus and minus M, which is also called as the resonance effect beta, plus R or the minus R. That part we are going to see in our next video. Right? Thank you beta, thank you very much. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.